In this video, we're going to talk about an alignment that I'm bringing forward from SS10. It's gone through the conversion process, but in reality, this bug can happen with new geometry created in ORD as well. So the bug deals with having a chord-defined curve and a station equation after that chord-defined curve. So in this example, I've got a chord-defined curve here, an arc-defined curve here, and then a station equation. Now this bug doesn't happen if this equation is before the chord-defined curve. It only, from what we can tell, only happens if it's after the chord-defined curve. We're also going to talk in this video really quickly about a glitch that Bentley calls a glitch. Is when you convert a file from SS10 and you open it up for the very first time, you have to do a certain process. Otherwise, the chord-defined curve stationing is off. And so to show you this, I'm going to zoom in to this alignment, station and tick marks. And this information was plotted in SS10. It's static. If I would change the scale, this stuff remains static. It's not annotation aware. And so you can see the PT station that I have on this curve here. And so I'm going to go ahead and select the alignment and try to run a report on it. And when you look at the report, you'll see at that first PT station that it's 8114.72. And the station that we get from SS10 is 8117.12. And so this glitch that what Bentley's calling it, I call it a bug, but they call it a glitch because all you have to do to fix that is just go to the backstage, go to settings, go to file settings, then go to the design file settings area. And in there, all you have to do is switch the degree of curve method from whatever it's currently at, whether it's chord or arc. In our case, it's arc. You just have to switch it to chord and then just hit OK. Once you're done with that, you can go back to the file. You can run the report one more time. And by just switching that setting, you'll see that the PT station is now correct. Again, Bentley calls that a glitch, but it's just something you have to do one time for the very first time when you open up the file after it was converted from SS10 using the Civil File Manager. Now the bug that we're going to talk about is with this equation down here, and you can see the civil rules say 132 plus 00 and 200 plus 00 R2. Everything is looking good there, but and you can see the static information from ORD or not from ORD, from SS10 is correct, but we want our annotation to be annotation aware. So we're going to delete this old static information and replace it with the new alignment feature definition. And one thing I want to show you is if you zoom in, you'll actually see the problem in this case, that the equation is not landing at the center location of where SS10 thought the station equation's at. It's off a little bit. But we're going to continue on. We're going to upgrade this and show you what the error looks like with the ORD alignment annotation. So to convert this feature definition from the old SS10 one to the new ORD alignment feature definition, I'm going to change the feature definition of this alignment to Geometry Scratch. And I'll show you why here in a minute why I'm doing this. So I'm going to go to Geometry and apply Geometry Scratch. And so you can see my alignment now has a red, and everything else is the old text. And again, this is static information out here. It doesn't change. And so what I'm going to do, because of that, I'm going to turn off the Geometry Scratch level. So I'm going to go to the Home tab. I'm going to go to Level Manager, or Level Display, sorry. I'm going to switch the level from None to Used, and I'm going to turn off the Geometry Scratch level. And so all I have left is the old static information, so I'm just going to select it and delete it. and then I'm going to turn back Geometry Scratch on, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to change this to the new feature definition. And the new feature definition, that at the very tip top under a folder called Alignment, and this was a MODOP baseline existing, I believe. So I'm going to select that, and it takes a little bit of time to get that out there. And if after you change that feature definition and it's not yellow or gold like this is, all you have to do is go to your Explorer, and it's taking a second to open up. All you have to do is go to Explorer, go to Open Road Standards, drill down till you get to the active file, and then just right click on there and then do an Update Standards from DGN-lib. And once it updates the standards, this alignment should be gold just like I have here. Now the next thing I need to do is I'm going to try to get the stationing and tick marks out here. And to do that, we're going to go to Drawing Production. We're going to go to Element Annotation. I'm going to come out and I'm going to select this alignment. And I'm going to reset the complete, which is a right click. And again, give it a second to process. This is, I believe, a fairly long alignment. It's not too complicated, but it's somewhat long, and it takes a little bit to get that stationing and tick marks out there. Okay, we've got the stationing and tick marks. You can see if I zoom in, it has the right PT station for that first curve, the chord defined curve, 81 plus 17, so that's looking good. And if we come down to our station equation, you'll see that we got problems because the station equation is reading 131 plus 99.75, and that was an even 132 plus 00. So initially, what we thought the fix was is all you had to do is replace the equation. And again, let me just show you the civil rules, what this is showing up at. It's still showing 132 plus 00, region 1, and 200 for the region 2. So the text and the civil rules are not matching up. They're off. So let's go ahead and let's remove that equation just to show you that that does not work by just removing the equation. We're going to remove it and we're going to place it back in there, and you'll see that it's still not correct. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. You can just watch. So I'm going to go back to Explorer again. And the only way I know to remove a station equation is by going into the Open Roads model of the Explorer, drill down until you see alignments, and drill into that alignment. And where you see stationing, if you drill down one more time, you'll see equation. And if you had more than one equation, they'd all be listed here. But all you have to do is go in here and just remove station equation. And again, it'll take a little bit because it's going to re-annotate the whole entire alignment. And depending on how long your alignment is, it could take 30 seconds to a minute or so. Okay, it looks like my alignment is done processing. You can see the equation is removed. I'm going to go ahead and place a new equation on this alignment. So I'm going to go to my Geometry tab. And to place a new equation, you go to the Modify Tools under Horizontal. And we're going to add a station equation. So I'm going to locate the element. You can see that I've run this before and I typed in 132. And so I'm going to go ahead and left click to accept that 132 even. The 200 is what I want for the head station, so I'm going to go ahead and left click to accept that. And again, it's going to re-annotate the entire alignment, so it can take, again, depending on how long your alignment is, it could take up to a minute or so. Go ahead and hit F4. You can see the equation looks great on the new annotation, but we've got a little bit of a problem. If we click on the alignment itself, you'll see that The rules now have changed. It's 132 plus 25. The head station is great, is fine, but the two don't match. The back station is off between the annotation that's showing up here and the actual civil rule information here. And what makes it even more complicated is if I would run a report right now, you'll see in the report that it reports something else for the equation back. So this is the bug that Bentley is dealing with alignments that have a chord-defined curve followed by a station equation. So the only workaround that I can come up with right now that might work is the following. So I'm going to go ahead and open up another file to show you this. And it's opening up right now on my other screen. And I'm going to check in the old file. And so once this opens up, I'm going to show you what I came up with for a solution that's kind of a workaround. Unfortunately, it's not a great workaround, but it's something that if you had to stay in ORD, you could do this. And what I did with this alignment is I have one alignment up to the equation, and then I created a second alignment after the equation, and basically ended the chain at 132 and started this one at station 200 and went on down. So unfortunately, you'd have to do a little bit of manipulation to your alignment and have a new chain everywhere that you have a station equation. Again, station equation only after a chord-defined curve.